In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create sequential serial numbers in Lightburn. Hi, my name is Gil, and today I'm going to explore the variable text tools in Lightburn. Using the tools, we're going to create a project that will add sequential serial numbers into your project, allowing you to run multiple jobs and get each part marked with a unique number. If you are creating objects that need a serial number, this is the fastest way you can get results in Lightburn. Now before we jump into Lightburn, let me invite you to hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming projects and tutorials based around the software. And I'd love it if you join us for the laser live streams we host on this channel, where you can show off successful projects and meet other laserologists who are exploring what they can make with lasers. The link to the group is in the description below, and I look forward to seeing what you create with your laser. Okay, let's jump into Lightburn so I can show you this new and powerful tool. Okay, so we're back in Lightburn, and I'm going to show you what I consider an advanced feature, and something that's been requested a number of times on email and through the Facebook group, is to look into how to do serial numbers in Lightburn. Now, one of the things that's great about Lightburn is it actually gives you this feature built in. So I want to go through some of the basics. Now, there are many options in using variable text in Lightburn. You can use it in a wide array of formats. For this video, we're just going to look at an introduction level. So we're going to look at progressive numbers or serial numbers that change depending on how many copies you have or how many jobs you're going to do. We are going to come back and look at some of the more advanced stuff using spreadsheets, using dates in a future video, but right now we're going to look at the fundamentals on how to set this up within Lightburn. So there's a couple of things that I want to introduce you to. First of all, the way variable text works is using the text tool. So of course, coming over here, create and edit text. So I'm going to say, well, let's clone me. So my name is Gil P, right? So it's Gil P, and I'm going to put in a number here. Now, normally, if I wanted to do this, I'd go Gil P1, move the text out to the corner. I can then grab my array, and I can go, cool, Gil P2. I'm going to just move that a little bit across. Thank you, Gil P3. And I would then have to come in, and I could, whoa, I have these settings from other settings. Let's see if I can fix this up. I need some spacing here. Thank you. So I can have as many of these as I want, but I would have to manually go in here and just go, all right, get my text tool again. Number 2, 3. I mean, this is just manual tedium, especially if you've got thousands of numbers that you want to do. That's 5. You can see I already made mistakes. So let's not do it this way. I'm going to get rid of the array. We're going to come back to the text. I wish I had multiple me's. I'd actually get things done. And with the variable text option, you have certain codes that you can use that allow you to change the text, or the numbers in this case, as you actually do your job. So when it comes to variable numbers, you have a number of different options that you can use. We're going to stay in the decimal value. That's 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. And to actually put a number in here, using the text tool, you can actually use the lowercase d, d for decimal, and we're going to use 2 numbers here. So I've got 2 Ds. Now, you can actually also use a hexadecimal value. I'm thinking you would use that for maybe software, as in like software serial keys. Maybe you're going to use it for registering machines. Maybe it's a machine serial number. Personally, I don't use hexadecimal, but that option's there. And in that case, you can actually use H lowercase, which again is hexadecimal. So you've got the decimal, you've got hexadecimal. Generally, you can't mix them up. So we're going to work with the decimal system here, and I'm just going to show you how this works very quickly. We grab that text, I'm going to bring it into the corner, and we're going to go back to our array tool. I'm going to bring him across. We're going to also go up the page or the work area. See if I can get it. Can I get another one in? Or no, I can't. That's okay. So we've got all these Gil Ps. Let's start building some clones. Now, one of the things that I didn't do, so I'm going to undo it. I'm going to do it here, is I'm going to go up in this area. I'm going to change this to serial numbers. There's a drop down here. Serial numbers is what I want. I want to clone all of them as serial numbers. So again, let's go back to the array. And again, I'm showing you this because if it's the first time you're doing it, if you miss that step, you'll go, Gil, I didn't get the results. What's going on? We now have, if we go and click on any of these, you can see the serial number is there. And what's also interesting is, we go here, you can see the offset number is 0. If I go to the next one, the offset number is 1. We go here, the offset is 2, and you can see that it is going to place a value where the lowercase d's are. If I go up to the last one, it says 47. So we've been able to get 47 options on this page. So that's the first part that I'm incredibly happy about. There's also a window that's tied into this, and if we go into window and go to variable texts, a little option comes up here, and this also allows us to put in any values that we want. So in this case, we want to start at 0, which is great. We want to end, well, we've got 50, so let's put in 50. We want to end with 50, so that's the job that we're doing. You have multiple options with doing this job. If you want to put in new material, so we're going to cut, I think it's 47 on this page, but we really want to finish 100 of these. So we can actually do this job and repeat it a number of times until we get to the end of 100. We're going to start with number 1, because that's Gil 1, that's me. I'm hoping Gil 48 can actually do the editing of this video. We'll see what happens. And we can actually test it. So if I hold down test, you can see that there are a whole bunch of numbers that start. And in fact, that very first one started at 0. I don't want to do that. Let's go to number 1. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if the test works. There we go. So now at the bottom, you can actually see that number 1 is there. Then it goes to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 48. We've been able to do that with the variable text. We've told it what to do. We can also auto advance it for the next job. So I'm going to do that. And if we set the job, which is a pretty cool option. To check it, as I was saying, I'm actually holding down that test button in the variable text window. That allows me a quick preview to see if everything's going well. Or I can actually go to the preview itself. I can actually run this job. So we have now a whole bunch of different numbers that are coming up. When I come back to the work area, you can see it instantly jumps back to the expression. And in this case, we're using decimal. We can actually change those numbers too. So let me just quickly delete all of those. Let's say we want to start at a different number. So I'm going to put it in here with my text option, another D. Put it in here. And I am going to start at 1, but I'm going to start the job at 48. Let's clone, or let's use the array. Let's get some things going here. And we'll get some rows going. So fill that page up. Beautiful. We're looking good. Let's test it now. And you can see that it did not start at 48, which is interesting. That's because the current should have been 48. That's the error I made. Go to 48, picks it up. So in this case, because the job hasn't finished, we can actually define where it goes. I started at 48, you've also got to tell that current number. You can actually change that. Maybe you've made a few cuts that have come up, the numbers are usable, but we come back and you can see 53 is exactly where that lower one picks up, the one that's highlighted right now. So you have quite a little bit of ability to change those options. Let's take a look at this actually in a job, because I think that's really important. It's great to learn a new technique, but unless you apply it to a project, it can get a little messy here. So let's go to a new job. We're not going to save this. And in fact, I'm going to bring up a design that I've already been playing with. So this is a plaque to a fictitious project that I've been working on. This is the Ultimo laser cutter and engraver, brought to you by Laserologists Incorporated. This is our special Kickstarter edition. We've been very lucky. We kickstarted this project. We were very successful. And we are making these plaques up. You've got a little bit more information down below. They're made in Australia. Here's the URL to the website. But we have a serial number here. So let's go and play with the serial number. And like we were doing before, I want to make sure we're doing this in the right line. So let's go and select what it is we're doing here. And then I'm going to actually bring that up, and we're going to put in 3 numbers. Perfect. In this case, I also want to select that layer, and I want to make sure that that layer is selected correctly. So up here, I am actually going to choose the option. We will come back and deal with date and time merging and also cut settings in a future video. But in this case, we're going to change that to serial number. So we now have everything set up. And if we go back into the variable number, you can see here that it's going to start at 1. We can test that. There's our number 1. Because this is actually a serial number, I want to make sure that it looks uniform. I also like the idea of showing how many numbers are on the plaque, because let's say we made 500 and you're getting number 1. Sometimes it's nice, as opposed to just having one single digit like that, number 1, I want to show that there are other numbers, there are other models being created. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually grab the text, and I'm actually going to put a 0 here. I want to show you what happens. If I test it now, you can see that it says 001. So that 0 there tells Lightburn to display all the numbers when we go through the variable text. So I think that looks a little bit more, professional for me. And especially in a serial number, it's kind of nice. If you've got the 001 model, you are, I guess, blessed. Or you're going to have some problems when bugs turn up. I'm not too sure. But again, it's a very professional look. So we've got that set up. What I like to do at this point is select everything. And I'm going to group it all. Let's group it all into one thing. It's my group. I can now select it all. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Bring it into the corner. And guess what we're going to do? I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time. I'm going to use the array. Let's see how many we can get across. Wow, that looks good. We're also going to move it all the way up. I don't think we can get too far. And let's hit that test. And you can see all the numbers are in place. It probably doesn't, you probably can't see directly, so I'm just going to zoom in a bit. Let's get some of those images in here. And there you go. You can see we've got 13, 14, 18, 19, 23, 24, and the zeros there in front of them. So that we've got a professional looking serial number, sequential number, using the variable text in a very, very short time. So that's awesome. In this case, with the cuts and fill layers, I've actually designed this so that it will fill all the text, because one of the things that I can actually do with this, and that's actually not what I wanted to do, because what have I done here? Hang on a second. There's a fill there, and there shouldn't be a fill. That should be a line, excuse me. It went back to some defaults. So I'm pretty sure, there we go. So if we take a look here, what I've actually done is use the lines, and then we haven't actually used any fills. I can buy material that has a very thin color on the top and a separate color underneath. So the laser, when it's actually going and engraving this as a line engrave, it'll actually reveal it's a black and maybe a red surface or a blue surface or a green surface that produces a very, very good result. So I'm setting this job up with that outcome in mind. More importantly, I love the fact that all of this will just take an hour. We can do this job, we can send it straight to the laser, hit start. It's not connected to my laser right now, so we're not going to do that. But let's assume that we've done this job, it's come out correctly. By hitting that auto advance, that's right here, the next time we run the job will start at 30. So it'll be 31. In this case, just to simulate it, I'm going to change that start place to 31. And we'll do that as well. And there you can see at the bottom that we have 31 coming up, and it's going all the way to 60. That's in the top right hand corner. You won't need to do that as long as you've got that auto advanced. All you'd need to do is put a new piece of material into your laser and run the job. And that, my friends, is a really fast way to get a real professional job done incredibly quickly using variable text option. I look forward to coming back and showing you other options, including using a spreadsheet. So instead of making a serial number plaque like we have here, you could make personalized name tags, and you can have the person's first name, surname, maybe a employee number, a whole mix of options that you can set up directly in Lightburn. Okay, now you can set up your projects with unique numbers generated within Lightburn. Any way you look at it, it's a faster way to complete your job. If you like this tutorial, feel free to check out some of these laser tutorials right here, and I'll see you for the next video. Now go make something amazing.